Hey guys, it's Kari here, and I am being guided to talk to you about something that I feel is going to help us ascend faster. And this realization came to me about 2 nights ago. And I discussed it with a friend who is also consciously ascending, and he fully agreed that this is really big. So please stay tuned so I can explain, because it has to be explained. There's a little background story. But first of all, I just want to say that we are creating this ascension, okay? We are collectively creating this ascension. So this is based upon, this moves at the speed that we are able to personally ascend and therefore create a bigger wave and raise the frequency of the earth together, right? So it really all just depends upon us as a collective, okay? Now, personal ascension is also happening. So personally, you could be way up here, meaning frequency-wise, okay? You could be feeling like you're experiencing 5D all the time. But in truth, let me back up, because in truth, you really can't be yet, because as a collective, we haven't ascended to 5D. Does that make sense? So what I'm noticing is there will be some days that feel like the whole day is just like 5D. Excuse me. And I always burp when I do these videos. I wonder why. And it feels like everything is flowing. People are nice. Everyone's energy feels warm and loving. Everything just is working, right? And, you know, to me, it's like, wow, this feels really, really high vibrational, you know? Even though it's still not as great as it's going to be in the 5th dimension. But it feels great compared to the lower frequencies, right? However, it's yet to have lasted for me more than about 2 days, okay? And 2 days is kind of still rare. Usually it's like 1 day is like that, it's amazing, and then the next day is a little lower vibe, and it sucks because I felt that high vibe and now I gotta go back down, and the difference just feels, you know, yucky. It's definitely not as exciting. So you remember we had the full lunar eclipse on January 10th, and then Saturday, which I guess was the 11th, Saturday was not a good day for me, and I actually, a couple of channels that I watch on YouTube that also discuss ascension, someone said that they woke up with a really bad headache last Saturday morning. Well, I did too. And it was compounded by the fact that after I woke up having this headache, having to take my dogs to the park because they deserve it, I had to deal with some lower vibrational people that were there that were just really annoying me. So I felt like, oh my God, this is like such a, you know, lower timeline day. It feels like crap. Well, then Sunday, so that would have been last Sunday, the 12th of January. Last Sunday was one of the highest vibrational days that I have experienced yet. And if any of you can attest to either of those days, please let me know in the comments, okay? How was Saturday for you? How was Sunday for you? Saturday sucked for me. Sunday was great. And it was just beautiful. There wasn't one person that felt bad. Not one person. Not at a store, the traffic felt good. The dog park was great. Everyone I met was kind. everyone, I had this like warm energy about them that I could feel even if I wasn't talking to them. Everyone was just like accepting. I didn't feel anybody judging each other. I didn't even feel like people were really like looking at each other's physical appearance. It was just this beautiful, inclusive, loving energy. And that is higher consciousness. That's the unity consciousness, right? So today's Thursday, and we've had some highs and lows since then. This is kind of like an energy forecast, as well as telling you about how I know that we're going to get to our higher frequency quicker. Okay, so let me know your experiences this week if you've noticed this. And the reason why I think it is because this energy comes in, like from the solstice, from the full moons, from the eclipses, and it penetrates everything, right? All matter absorbs it, us, plants, animals, everything, the earth. And it brings up, okay, just like a pimple, gets under there and squeezes right to the surface the pus, which is a metaphor for the unprocessed fears, anger, issues that humanity collectively still has, right? It brings those things to the surface. Because just like, you know, when you have an infected wound and it's got pus in it, you have to get that out before it can heal, before it can scab over. It's the same thing for humanity. We have to get these things out in the open, into the light being out for us all to process, right? Because they have to come up and out, and they have to be acknowledged before they can be cleansed, before they can be released for good. They have to be acknowledged. It's an important part of this that a lot of people don't want to hear, okay? If something remains unacknowledged, it will remain dysfunctional, okay? You see this in families. Families that have dysfunction and issues and, you know, hidden secrets and everything, and it can't heal when it's all there, but it's not being acknowledged, right? It's being repressed, shoved, hidden, okay? We're coming into the light of day as a planet. We're coming into a time of transparency where the light is shining. There is no more hiding. Okay, there is no more repressing. There is going to be no more dysfunction in the human family. So it's all coming up so that it can be dealt with. And that's a good thing, even though it feels really crappy, especially to those of us who are empathic, especially to those of us light workers and light warriors who are actually helping cleanse these lower energies through our own personal energy fields. So we feel it more than everyone else, and it feels very personal sometimes. It feels like it's coming from you. It feels like it's your shit. Even though, as you examine it, which if you're on your mission here, consciously and willingly, you will examine it. And as you examine it and get that quiet space so you can go deeper, you can feel it, you can get into it, you feel that you will know it's really not coming from you. Because you know when it's your shit. You know when it's your shit. If you dig deep enough, you will know that it's something from you. And you will also know that, okay, this is something that's in the collective that I'm helping transmute, okay? There's a difference. And if you've been on the journey long enough and you're very dedicated to it and you made the space to do your mission as much as you can, you know, with as much devotion as you can, you will start to recognize the difference when it's coming from you and something you need to release, or if it's coming from the collective and something that you need to help release on behalf of the collective, okay? Unfortunately, it's like double duty. But now I want to go back to how we are going to start to ascend faster. Are you guys ready for this? Because this is beautiful. So last Saturday when I had the headache, right? Woke up, had the headache, felt like crap, still took my dogs out because that's what I do. And I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to walk around the perimeter and let my dogs play and just be in my own world. But I wasn't feeling good. I just was not feeling good. So there's these benches and I went and I sat down on one of them, and I never do that because normally if I sit down at the dog park, that just invites people to come over and talk to me and stuff like that. And typically that's not what I'm there for. I don't want to engage too much. I'm just there for the dogs. I don't mind saying hello, but it's just not a place that it's not a place I really want to socialize. Okay. I sat down and a couple of girls came in, women I should say, women. And one of them, I mean, I could see like with my third eye, with my intuition, just had issues. The other one was pretty clear, but she seemed like a people pleaser, like she was just catering to that friend, you know, so she can't really be trusted because it seemed like she really wanted to please her friend. And the girl just had just this sarcasm and was saying stuff to people and, you know, just, I don't know, just things like that. And I could just feel her from like 8 feet away. And then they came up and sat on the bench next to me. And she started trying to, you know, engage me and had this real sort of passive aggressive nature and, you know, to a point where in order to engage in conversation with her, I would have had to be in an energy that I don't want to be in. Does that make sense? So after I just said a very few brief things, but basically letting her know that like I'm not engaging with you, I don't care for your opinion, and I'm under no obligation to speak to you just because I'm sitting here. I got up and told my dogs to come on, and I left cool as a cucumber. Didn't even say bye to them, nothing, right? And I could feel her towards the end realizing that she's not gonna be able to hook into me. There's nothing, you know, there that she can drag me to her level with, you know? And it felt very good. It just was like, I'm not supposed to be sitting here. I got up and left, right? Okay, another thing happened the next day a couple days later, maybe Tuesday, at the grocery store, okay? Something that, I don't wanna go into it right now to the details, but something that a woman did that was pretty rude, but I didn't take it personal because I could just tell that she was not aware, you know what I mean? Just not aware, not conscientious of other people, not like, you know, when I go out, I just want to be courteous, you know? I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way sometimes to be nice when I'm not feeling good or I just want to be left alone or whatever, but I'm still going to be aware enough to know, you know, that, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in is what I'm trying to say. I can open the door for somebody, okay? It doesn't matter what kind of mood that I'm in. I'm not going to cut another person in line, okay? Those kind of things, right? But I could just tell there was a real unawareness about her. And there was a moment where it was like, oh, okay. I could say something and assert myself right here. Or, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know, it's like in the past, I would have had to say something. I would have felt like I needed to teach a lesson. But where I'm at now and where some of you are now is, why? If they still haven't gotten it by now, maybe they're not going to, you know? And maybe by spending our energy trying to get them to understand, we're actually keeping our vibration lower than it should be. Do you see what I'm saying? We got to go back down these stair steps to keep being the martyrs, to keep explaining to them, to keep trying to give them a hand and help them, right? We're in a different energetic space right now. This is 2020. You know, the way I feel right now is shake the dust off your sandals and move on, okay? If a person isn't open and letting you know they're open and asking you questions or loving your energy and wanting to be around it, and not in a like creepy way or in a feeding way where they're feeding off of your energy, they're sucking the energy off you, but they simply just really, you can tell they really appreciate you as a person and they like your company and they like talking to you. Those are the people who are now ready, who will be open to these energies, okay? The people that are still rude, the people that are still choosing self, it's all about me, right? Service to self, not service to others. No awareness of the people around me, right? No sense of, hey guys, we're all in this together, you know, so we might as well all be kind. You know, let's do what's best for everyone involved. People who are not of that mindset, who are the service to self, it's all about me, it's me against the world, you know, those people, leave them alone. Leave them alone. That was the lesson. We're supposed to start ignoring them now. Once they realize they have no hooks in us, they either have no choice but to stop, or they'll disappear from our reality because they only like bothering the people that they can bother. Does that make sense? They don't do this stuff to the people who are like them. They like to do this stuff to the people that they perceive they can take advantage of their kindness. Do you see what I'm saying? They like to do it to the people who are sensitive, right? The people who are more loving, right? Which they perceive as weakness. So once we literally start just saving our breath, walking away, not engaging, ignoring them literally, that's how they're gonna disappear off of our timeline faster. See, in the past, something would happen and I would wanna talk about it for days. I would just, you know, call a friend and just, I cannot believe this, or what do you think this means? Or, you know, I feel the need, like we have to speak up, we have to say something, we have to confront, you know? But now I'm realizing that keeps us on a lower level, right? And we're beyond that. We're beyond that now. So we have to give ourselves permission to move forward. And so, you know, when people do anything like that, when their energy feels bad or whatever, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Don't engage. Don't give them too much information. Don't explain yourself, you know. Especially like if you just know they're not good for you, you don't have to explain yourself. That's what a block feature is for. You know, you don't always have to explain why you disappeared on a person. Just the energy of explaining takes a lot out of us. Plus, chances are, if they're a person that you saw not healthy for you, that you didn't want to be around, no amount of explanation is going to change them. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like you explaining why they aren't good for you is suddenly going to make them change. All it does is give them a chance to come up with excuses or to manipulate or to try to change your mind. So if you're sure that that person is toxic, that person is not on a higher frequency, and you do not want to engage with them, or they're trying to manipulate you, they're trying to not respect your free will, they don't ask permission before they do things. I'm going to talk about in another video the mark of a higher consciousness individual, because I want to discuss what some of the signs are that you're dealing with a higher conscious individual, okay, or a being of light. I mean, we're all beings of light at the highest level, but you know what I'm saying. Someone who's consciously living in the light. And you know most of these, but there's some ones I want to go into deeper for other people who might not know, you know, some of this, and because some of them are being led astray. So if you have to really feel into yourself, like I'm at the point now where I just know this person is not open. They are not going to understand what I'm saying. They're most likely going to become defensive, and there's really no reason for me to engage with them, okay? You can love them and still leave them behind, okay? This is a soul's journey. They're not going someplace forever. They will evolve later on, okay? But they're not on your highest timeline, our highest timeline, the timeline that we want for ourselves. We've been through hell. We want to be in our golden age. So if that's the case, we have to start leaving these people behind, and we have to be okay with that, because we are ascending together and there's so much to look forward to. So let's stop looking at the negativity and stop looking behind us and start looking to the people who are blossoming, who are open, who are sharing energy with us as opposed to taking energy from us. Okay? I really hope you guys liked this video, because I loved realizing this lesson and I'm honored to share it with you. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be making some more videos really soon here. I might even be wearing the same outfit so I can just be efficient. And I hope to bring you more videos this year. But as always, I listen to whatever my spirit wants me to do. Thank you guys. Love you all. Bye.